What up, what up? What's the B word, man? I'm Anthony Addison with another segment of What's the B word. Like and subscribe to the page. Hit me up on Instagram, What's the B word 52. Just like you see on YouTube, hit me up on Facebook, What's the B word, and you can hit me up on Twitter, B word 52. And y'all already know what's up with me, baby. Baltimore Raven fan, Raven Nation stand up, flock, let's get it. And if you're not a Raven fan, you might be a fan of anybody. You might be a fan of the 49ers, you might be a fan of the Steelers. Hit that like button anyway, hit that subscribe button anyway, because we talk football, period, baby. But reason why we here tonight, y'all already know what's going on. It's Wednesday night. Y'all already know. It's time for my week 7 predictions. I can't believe that we in week 7, man. We was just wondering if we was going to have an NFL season. And we're in week 7 already, man. That's the sad part about the NFL, because the season just seems like it zooms by. But anyway, we're here for the week 7 predictions, man. And the Thursday night game, I mean, like I said before, the Thursday night game seems like they've been junior varsity game. And it's another junior varsity game. I mean, junior varsity night, Thursday night, baby. The New York Giants versus the Philadelphia Eagles, NFC East, worst division in football. I mean, the team that win the division might have 5 wins. They might have 5 or 6 wins, man. That's gonna be crazy. The division winner probably gonna have like the 8th pick of the draft, man. Like seriously, like that's crazy. But anyway, we got Philly versus the Giants, man, and I'm gonna ride with Philly on this on the simple fact, you know, they banged up, but New York banged up too. But one thing that Philly got that New York don't got is they got Carson Wentz. Everybody keep talking bad about Carson Wentz, about how he playing and all that. But me, honestly, I mean, even if you look at the game against us, you look at the game against Pittsburgh, you look at other games, this man, he won a division with a practice squad last year. I mean, just like, I don't understand how people could just flat out say Carson Wentz sucked when he out there playing with what he playing with. Because look what Danny Dimes, I keep calling him Danny Dimes. Look at Daniel Jones, because I'm not calling him Danny Dimes, so he earned that name. He got to earn that name from me. I'm not just going to call you something because everybody else calling you. But anyway, look at what Daniel Jones is. He dealing with the same situation. O-line terrible. You know, a lot of people hurt. But look what Carson doing. Even though they haven't won a lot of games, Carson still has been playing good with practice squad dudes. And truthfully, if it wasn't for 2 drop catches, that game against us Sunday could have been a lot different. So Carson comes ready to play, and that's the big advantage that Philly has over the Giants. Plus, Philadelphia defensive line, I mean, they gonna come. If you're a Baltimore fan, as you seen Sunday, Fletcher Cox, my dog Fletcher, you know, that's my homeboy. Fletcher and them guys, they gonna come ready to play, man. And the Giants offensive line is terrible. So Daniel gonna have another week of running away from everybody. So I'm picking Philly in that game right there. The next game is the game I'm gonna be microscope, eagle eye focus on. Like I'm gonna be just very focused on this game right here. And y'all already know what's going on. The Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Tennessee Titans. I'm down here in Memphis, so man, these Titan fans, they laugh right now, and rightfully so. You know, they had a playoff run, and they done built off that run, and they going. Pittsburgh looking pretty decent, undefeated. You know, this is a battle of 2 undefeated teams, 2 giants right now. So guess what? I'm not gonna say who I'm picking yet, but I'm just gonna go into kind of in detail. You know, Devin Bush is out for the year. And that might be a little bit tough for Pittsburgh because, I mean, you know, they're going against Derrick Henry. I mean, it would do good to have your best linebacker out there when you're going against a guy like Derrick Henry. And plus, you know, Devin Bush can come with that boom. But they still got the front. They still got the front who is pretty decent. And then you got to look at the advantage for Pittsburgh, where Pittsburgh got these big receivers, but Titans don't have the tallest. They got some feisty DBs, but they don't have the tallest DBs to match up with these big receivers. But at the end of the day, I mean, both teams are on a roll. And even at the small size of the DBs in Tennessee, man, they still fight hard. I'm talking about they fight hard. But these, like the Titans, I mean, the Steelers receivers are like giants out there. Like they got a really big bunch. Like seriously. Well, not bunch, but Juju and Chase are they big. But believe it or not, I'm picking the Steelers to win this week. Plus, I want them to come undefeated when they come to the bank. Because I want to be the one that give them their first L. I want to be the one that do that. I want us to be the one that do that. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Sorry, y'all. Daddy do this never stop. But anyway, I feel like both of them they gonna play hard, man. This gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game, Titans versus Steelers, man. And I wouldn't be surprised if the Titans pull it off and win it. But, you know, I'm picking the Steelers in this one. I just really think they gonna find a way to win. I mean, and they coming to Nashville, so it's gonna be tough. Or maybe this is the time that the Titans finally get over the hump with the Steelers, because the Steelers been beating them the last few times they've been playing. But anyway, I'm riding with the Steelers in this game right here. Next game is another trash bowl because it's the NFC East, and the NFC East is trash. You got the Dallas Cowboys versus the Washington football team. And believe it or not, I'm picking the Washington football team because Dallas got a lot going on. They got a lot going on. And Washington, even though they losing games, they fighting hard for their coach. They fighting hard for their team and stuff like that. While you got Dallas on the other side, they not even putting the effort. They not even giving the effort. I mean, honestly, if you look at that game against the Cardinals, they weren't even trying out there. And I know they bad. I know the defense bad. I know the team playing bad like that. But you can notice the difference between we suck and we not trying. And what I seen from Dallas Monday was we're not trying. We don't even care. And then for the news to be able to come out that players are talking about McCarthy already, talking about the coaching staff already and stuff like that. Dallas is in bad shape right now. And I don't believe in them at all. O-line hurt. I mean, they got hurt players and stuff like that. Of course, Dak Prescott and stuff like that. But it's deeper than injuries. They got some real internal stuff going on in Dallas. So I'm gonna pick the Washington football team in this game right here. Maybe the defensive front of the Washington football team will make enough plays to win this game. So I'm going to the next game. We got the Buffalo Bills versus the New York Jets. I already said what I said about the Jets. One of the worst organizations in football right now. Worst assembled rosters in football right now. They haven't done anything right pretty much. They just look terrible. They might as well start trading guys who might have some value away because it's just terrible in New York City. I'm just saying. Jets and Giants, they just terrible. And then you got the Buffalo Bills, who were just in a dogfight with the Kansas City Chiefs, proving to everybody that they can be contenders in the AFC, which I believed anyway, especially with the elevation of play of Josh Allen. I mean, you just gotta give him respect, man. I mean, he made that leap. He's making that leap. I mean, just to be real, he couldn't really throw the deep ball last year because he got a strong arm. Not saying he couldn't make it, but he was just kind of inaccurate. But he done worked on his footwork and he done worked on his accuracy. So shout out to Josh Allen, man. I'm gonna always shout out somebody that really, really worked at their craft. But Buffalo got a good defense, and they got a decent offense, and the Jets got nothing. The Jets are so bad. The Jets are so bad. I can't remember who said it, but somebody said if Trevor Lawrence see that the Jets got the first pick of the draft, then he need to go back to school. That's how bad the Jets is. Anyway, Buffalo win that game. The next game, we got the Carolina Panthers versus the New Orleans Saints. The Saints had a bye week last week, I believe. They got Michael Thomas back. They got some internal stuff going on with Michael Thomas and all that too. Division game, man. So it's gonna be a tough game. It's not gonna be easy. Carolina gonna come ready to play, but I'm gonna pick the Saints in this one. I believe when Sean Payton coming off a bye week, he usually successful, man. He really do a good job at preparing for the team that they getting ready to play for, and hopefully, man, they can get Michael Thomas some touches and get him happy so he can shut up or calm down and stop all this stuff that they got going on in the locker room. Because they gotta pay attention to the big picture. They gotta pay attention, man. They trying to get a Super Bowl. They've been this close for about 3 years and just keep coming up short off freakish type things. So it's time to put up or shut up for New Orleans. Plus this Drew last year. So if that don't make your teammates want to just shut up and just play, then nothing will. A guy who's pretty much a legend on your team. So I'm still gonna pick the Saints in this game, man. It's in New Orleans, even though the Superdome won't be packed. But Sean Payton having a week to prepare for a team, I just think they're gonna come out with a good game plan. I believe the veterans and I believe the team gonna execute well for New Orleans, and they're gonna win this game. It's gonna be a tight one though, cause it's a division. Division play you tough every time. Except the Browns. The next game, we got the Green Bay Packers versus the Houston Texans. Houston gave Tennessee a fight for their life, and you got to respect Houston for that. They fighting for Romeo Crennel, man, because they wasn't playing like that with Billy O'Brien. I mean, they really didn't like that guy. They really despised that guy, and you could tell. But in this situation right here, they finna get ready to play against a pissed off Green Bay Packers because they came out there and they just laid an egg against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm sure y'all probably hear the motorcycles and all that. That's my neighbors and all that. They just pulling up. So if it's too loud, I'm sorry. But anyway, they going against a pissed off Green Bay team who gonna be ready to prove a point, man, because they went out there to Tampa Bay and Tampa Bay just stomped them. They just stomped them. So they got a piece of humble pie, man, because they came out there a little cocky. They got a piece of humble pie, and I think they gonna go out there in Houston and they gonna give Houston the business. So I got Green Bay in this game, winning the game right there. The next game is another trash bowl game. I got the corn flippers, I got the trash bowl, and I guess I'm gonna call the good games a beat banger. That's what we call stuff like that down south, beat bangers. But anyway, we got the Cleveland Browns versus the Cincinnati Bengals, and it's in Cincinnati. Cleveland went out there and looked terrible against Pittsburgh. Baker Mayfield started back playing like Baker Mayfield, as in he was throwing it straight to the other team. Like, you know, Baker, you play for the Browns, you don't play for the Steelers. I mean, he was throwing the ball to the Steelers like grew up a Steelers fan or something. I would have believed so. But anyway, I'm just gonna pick the Bengals in this game, not based off the Steelers game, but I'm just gonna pick the Bengals in this game, man. I think Joe gonna get one over on Baker, man. Plus, it's the offense a little bit more different with Chubb out. Now, when they had both of those guys, even though Kareem is a quality back, but when they had both of those guys, man, that was trouble right there. I can't lie, I gotta be 100. That was trouble when they had Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb back there, but now they just got Kareem, so it's kind of different. But I'm gonna ride with Cincinnati in this game right here. The next game is the Detroit Lions against the Atlanta Falcons. And to me, even though the Falcons won the game last week, I still think that they see the writing on the wall as far as their season, their organization. They fired the coach. They fired the GM. I mean, I see that it's going to be I just know it's going to be like sooner or later where they just going to shut everything down pretty much and just be like, look, we suck and we just need to get better. We need to get better in the offseason, not during the season. So don't be surprised if you see a few trades come out of Atlanta and stuff like that. Hear Baltimore fans talking about trying to get Julio Jones, but I don't think it's going to happen. But we'll just see. But I got Detroit winning this game right here, man. Off the simple fact that Atlanta pretty much pretty soon, it's over for them. It's over. They just know they don't got a chance, and it's just from inside out, it just was terrible this year. Honestly. The next game is the Seattle Seahawks versus the Arizona Cardinals. Now, truthfully, even though the Cardinals beat the brakes off the Dallas Cowboys, I was not impressed with Kyler Murray. I was not impressed with the offense. They got spotted 21 points off 3 turnovers. So they did what they supposed to have did, but they really just wasn't that impressive. Kyler Murray only completed 9 passes or something like that. The offense really just wasn't all that. Now the defense was playing pretty good, man. That man Budda Baker, that's one of my favorite players. Y'all remember me talking in week 1 about Budda Baker, man. That's one of my favorite players. But I'm going to pick Russell in this game right here, man. Russell just balling out his body right now, man. And that's the honest to God truth. Russell is balling out of control right now. I forgot how many touchdown passes he had before the bye week. I think he had 19. And like he the next person behind him probably was like 5 touchdown passes behind him. Russell is out here balling right now, man. So I'm just gonna ride with Russell, man. He hot right now, and I don't see him cooling off. Even though I'm gonna point this out though, Seattle defense hasn't been the best, but I just still ain't been impressed with the Cardinals offense since a few weeks back. The next game is the Jacksonville Jaguars versus the LA Chargers. I'm gonna pick the LA Chargers in this game right here. Herbert is a beast. He to me, he was my favorite pick in the draft going into this year. He was my favorite quarterback in the draft. And plus the tank bug is in Jacksonville. Jacksonville is tanking. It's obvious. They won that one game and they said, hey, chill out. We trying to get that first pick, which they not gonna get. They gonna get back the third pick because you got the 2 New York teams out there looking terrible. So hey, it is what it is. But the tank bug has hit Jacksonville and they chilling there. So I'm picking the Chargers in this game. It might be tight. It might not be tight. You just never know on Sunday. The next game is the San Francisco 49ers versus the New England Patriots. and I'm gonna pick the Patriots in this. I wanted to pick San Fran so bad, but I just don't like. I don't trust Jimmy G, man. I don't trust Jimmy G. I was telling people last year when they was winning all those games. Everybody was talking about Jimmy G, Jimmy G. I was like, if you look at it, Jimmy G not really the one that's winning the game. They was a running team. They was a run first team. They was second place behind us last year. And if it wasn't for us having a historic rushing attack last year, any other year they would have led the league in rushing because they was running the ball that well. And you know, they got a good coach in Shanahan and stuff like that. Matter of fact, this Shanahan versus Belichick again. But I'm gonna pick Belichick right here, man. I think they're gonna bounce back after they lost last week and get a win. The next game is the Kansas City Chiefs versus the Denver Broncos. And I'm riding with the Kansas City Chiefs in this game, of course, because they run the West. Even though they lost to the Raiders, they still run the West. They gonna run the Broncos. They gonna score big and probably tone it down and run the foot. Man, they just got stuff going on in Kansas City, man. They really do. Andy Reid is just like, man, Pat Mahomes, Tyreek Hill. I'm just, man. Kansas City, man. Kansas City. They looking like the Golden State Warriors with Steph Curry was, doing his thing. That's what they look like. But anyway, I'm picking Kansas City over the Denver Broncos. The next game is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. I'm riding with Tom Brady and them. The defense was playing lights out last week. I think they're going to continue to play lights out. Tom Brady and the offense looking pretty good. I think Tom Brady has really got to pissed off Tom Brady. But I'm still skeptical about them throwing outside the numbers because their arm looking a little noodle still. But hey, he was pissed off last week. And rightfully so, because I think the week before that's when they had lost and he was getting sacked a lot and stuff like that by the Bears. But rightfully so. But hey, you got pissed off Tom. A lot of times I don't bet against pissed off Tom Brady, so I'm gonna ride with him against the Raiders. The next game we got the Chicago Bears versus the LA Rams, and I'm gonna pick the Chicago Bears in this game right here. Off the simple fact, the way I feel about Jimmy G is the same way I feel about Jared Goff. Jared Goff is not all that to me. If they don't have a running game going like that, then Jared Goff really not going to set it off like that. He's not one of them type of quarterbacks. I mean, Sean McVay is doing his best with him, but he's just not that type of guy to me. He's just not that with me. Then they got Nick Foles in Chicago. Whenever Nick Foles started off as a season as a starter, he don't do too well, but when he come off the bench, the man, he just does his thing. He just does his thing. But he going against that man-child too. Don't forget that. He going against that man-child, Aaron Donald, who is going crazy this year. It's just crazy how good that dude is. Will it be a tight game? I believe this will be a tight game. This will be a tight game. You got a premier pass rusher on one side with Chicago. Got a premier pass rusher on the other side with the Rams. You got Nick, who could be streaky or could be flat. And you got Jared Goff that pretty much he's just, to me, game manager. Especially if he ain't got a running game. So we'll just see, man. We'll just see personally. But anyway, man, them are all my picks. Y'all drop in the comment section about y'all picks and tell me who y'all think gonna win or lose. If I said something about your team that you don't like or you feel like I'm not aware of, drop it in the comment section. Because the simple fact is I follow the Baltimore Ravens. I follow the AFC North most of the time. I watch a little bit. I pay attention to a little bit of the other teams, but I'm mainly watching the North. So if I said something wrong about your team like that, I'm not too proud to be corrected, man. So y'all drop who y'all think gonna win this week right here, man. And just talk football in the comment section, man, because I love stuff like that. But anyway, Flock, I love you. Subscribers, I love you. Y'all hit me up on my social media platforms. What's the B Word on Facebook? What's the B Word 52 on Instagram? B Word 52 on Twitter. We almost at 1,000, baby. I say it at the end of my video every time to make sure you watch the video. Shout out to Venomous Raven because I remember he did that comment a few videos ago. But when I get to 1,000, I will be giving away 2 of these right here. So be on the lookout for that when I hit 1,000 subscribers. And I see y'all soon, man. Flock, I love you. Subscribers, I love you. I'm out.